Hello students, we are going to start with the new lesson, that is chapter 5, physical and chemical changes. In this chapter we are going to talk in detail, learn in detail about physical and chemical changes. So this is the first video of science chapter 5, physical and chemical changes. Let's see what are the objectives of this lesson. That is what we are going to learn in this lesson. We are going to first learn about changes around us. Okay, we are going to identify changes around us. Then we are going to classify the changes into physical and chemical change and discuss the characteristics of the same. Further, we are going to learn about chemical reaction and chemical equation. Also, we are going to understand the types of reactions. And lastly, we are going to understand how to separate a solid from a solution. Okay children, let's first recall what we already know. Okay, so in standard 6th we have already seen types of changes, in which the measure change which we know is reversible change and irreversible change. So quickly we'll see what is reversible and irreversible change. When it comes to reversible change, the change that can be reversed easily by reversing the conditions to obtain a substance in its original form is called as reversible change. Okay, and what is irreversible change? The change that cannot be reversed even by changing the conditions to obtain a substance back into its original form is called an irreversible change. So this we have already studied. I have certain few examples here. So we'll quickly go through the examples. Toasting bread, which is irreversible change. So here the bread is being toasted, where I cannot get the original form of the bread, that is untoasted bread. You won't get it back. So it is a irreversible change. Evaporation of water. What happens here is water gets converted to gas. Further, this by changing the condition, by cooling the gas, that is water vapor, you get the water back. So this is a reversible change. Okay, souring of milk, again it's an irreversible change, because by reversing conditions or anything, you again won't get the original form of the milk. Cooking of food, once food is been cooked, it's cooked. Again you won't get it raw, in a raw form. So it is again irreversible change. Burning of paper, again burning of paper gives rise to a new formation of new substance, that is ash, which cannot be converted back to a paper. So irreversible change. Freezing of water, yes, freezing of water is when liquid gets converted to solid, that is ice. And by again changing the condition, that is if ice has been melted, you get water back. So that is a reversible change. So these are the examples of reversible and irreversible change. In our daily life we observe many changes around us. Okay, these are the few examples which we observe daily. Burning of wood, curdling of milk, water changing to vapor, ripening of fruits, tearing of paper, rusting of iron, mixing green and red marbles, crushing of a can, and cooking of food. Okay, every change has a cause. For example, when we burn a candle, the candle wax melts. Here, melting of wax is a change and burning is its cause. During a change, there occurs a change in shape, size, position, color, state, internal structure, etc. One of the most important methods of classifying changes depends on whether new substances are formed during the change or not. In this chapter, we are mainly going to talk about physical change and chemical change. Here are some examples listed of physical change. Let's see how they can be called as physical change. First one, crushing a can. Only the shape is being changed, No new substance has been formed. Hence, it is a physical change. Melting an ice cube. Ice melts to form water. Though ice and water are different states of matter, both are made of water molecules. Thus, no new chemical substance is formed during melting of ice. So, melting of ice to form water is a physical change. Boiling water. Water boils to form water vapor. Water and water vapor are again two different states of matter. Here again no new substance is being formed. Hence boiling of water is also a physical change. Mixing sand with water. It's again a physical change where sand has been mixed with water. No new chemical substance has been formed. Hence, it is a physical change. Breaking of glass. Glass has been broken into pieces. There is no new substance being formed. Only the size is being changed. Hence, it is a physical change. Dissolving sugar in water, which gives us sugar solution. On evaporation, you can obtain sugar back. So, this is just physical mixing of sugar in water, which do not give us new substance. Hence, it is again a physical change. Shading paper. The size of the paper changes here. Hence, it is again physical change. Same is chopping wood, where wood is being cut into pieces. No new substance is being formed. Mixing green and red marbles. It is again physical mixing of green and red marbles, where you can easily separate green and red marbles, where again you can see there is no new substance formed. Hence, it is a physical change. Sublimation of dry ice. Sublimation is the process in which the solid gets converted to gas directly without undergoing the liquid phase. And when cooled, the dry ice again comes into its solid state. Hence, sublimation is also an physical change. Apart from the previous examples, these are some examples which again tells you that they are only physical change. Example, breaking of eggs, butter melting on a warm toast, blowing a balloon, folding of a paper, changing of steam into water, drying of clothes. Here, no new substance are formed. Chemical composition remains the same before and after the change, and most of the physical change are temporary and can be easily reversed. So, on the basis of all these examples, we can define physical change as a change in which the physical state of a substance is changed. Let's see the characteristics of physical change. It brings about changes in the physical properties of the reactant. What are reactant? The two substances which react with each other. Further, no new substance is formed in a physical change. Physical change can be either reversible or irreversible. The heat may be either absorbed or evolved in a physical change. And lastly, they are mostly temporary in nature.